Project managers need to give the project sponsors accurate estimates of when the project's going to finish and how much it's going to cost. Executives want that information on a regular basis. Good ones want it weekly. And what they're looking for is not just a number. What they're looking for is reliable information about how the project's going to finish up. They may have other projects that are connected to it. But consistently successful project managers give their sponsors accurate estimates to complete, and those estimates reflect problems early. There's nothing worse for an executive than to be told week after week, we're going to finish on time, we're going to be on budget, and again and again and again, the same information, and then 2 weeks before the completion date, they receive information from the project manager, we're going to be a month late and we're going to be $25,000 over budget. That is a real problem for executives. It's a real problem for your credibility, because suddenly your reports to the sponsor are not worth the paper they're written on. Why does this happen? How can a project manager be his or her own worst enemy? It starts right in the beginning of the project planning, where the project manager makes the estimates, usually and very often, by backing into the completion date that the sponsor wants. In other words, we never give any real consideration to the amount of work that has to be done. We're just trying to make everybody happy at the beginning of the project. So the project team's not involved in making the estimates. They have no commitment to the completion date on their tasks or on the project as a whole. They were just told when they should finish. Then the project manager tries to use that same technique, making the estimates to complete, and the easiest thing is to just say I'm on time. If we ask the team members, well, they have no commitment to the numbers, and we're not going to get good data. So the situation just compounds itself as the project manager reports data with no basis in fact, just like the original estimates had no basis in fact. And no wonder sponsors get unhappy with these project managers. The way we solve this estimate to complete problem is to use best practices in project management throughout. We start off by estimating with the project team members, and we get numbers from them, and we get some commitment to those numbers because they've had a hand in estimating it. Then we go present the completion date and the budget to the sponsor, and it probably is not what the sponsor wants, but far better to deal with that on the front end than to present to the sponsor a fiction, repeat it every week until the bad news gets too bad for us to hide it any longer. So your fix here is to start with good estimates from the team, ask them to update them every week. You'll be surprised how good they get at making estimates after just a few weeks or months. And then you have a good source to give the sponsor accurate data. And I think you'll find project managers who give accurate estimates to complete, even if the project is going to finish late, are in a far better position than those project managers who report inaccurately and then have to give the sponsor a big surprise right before the end of the project.
A big part of a project manager's success is based on communicating in meetings with individuals or small groups and in making presentations. Our individual instruction courses give you practice in these areas in live online sessions. Your instructor will play the role of the person with whom you're working. The sessions are a lot of fun and our students and instructors enjoy them. You'll get live practice thinking on your feet and answering the questions that PMs have to answer. It's just the two of you working privately, and if you get off track, your instructor will call timeout, give you feedback and coaching, and then back up the meeting so you can try again. Please consider one of our courses.